welcome one, welcome all, once again to the blog that keeps on giving, the Weather Report. I'm your host for this journey through the world of sports, D. Ruck. They call me the Weatherman. And today, we're going to take a look at the NBA as a whole. I'm going to give you my predictions, see what I think. You can watch it, give me feedback. You know how we do. On to the NBA. First up, let's hit the Eastern Conference up. Let's talk about the Atlantic Division. I got the Boston Celtics winning that division with the New York Knicks coming in second. I think Boston is still the force in that division. They still have their own version of the Big Three. Their defense is better than New York's. Their front court is kind of canceled out, but I think the back court of Boston is where it's at. Rondo is a beast. Man might be in the running for the MVP this season. I think Boston takes it. Next division, the Central. I got Chicago Bulls over the Indiana Pacers in that division. Chicago is, simply put, it's the second best team in the Eastern Conference, hands down. That's not even debatable. And Indiana, they're on the come up, and nobody else in the division is worth looking at. Next up, the Southeast Division in the Eastern Conference. I got the Miami Heat over the Atlanta Hawks in that division. Now, if Chicago is the second best team in the East, Miami is the first. Hands down, gotta be. Nobody can debate that, I don't think. Best team in the conference. Atlanta is also a team that is stagnant, but they did beat Orlando in the playoffs last year. They got past the first round. I think they're still better than Orlando, especially with this whole Dwight Howard thing. We don't know what's going to happen there. And I just think the Hawks are going to be second place in that division. I don't think they're going to go far in the playoffs, but they're still going to be right behind the Heat, maybe 6, 7, 8 games behind the Heat in that division. My surprise team for the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they might be able to sneak into the playoffs. I don't have them in my initial playoffs, but if my 8th place team slips and falls and stumbles, I can see the Milwaukee Bucks with a healthy Andrew Bogut, Brandon Jennings continuing to evolve as a point guard. I can see them sneaking into the playoffs. Sure, they might get bounced in the first round, but it's all about that experience. My 8 playoff teams in the East, in this order: Miami, Chicago, Boston, Knicks, Hawks, Orlando, Pacers, and the Philadelphia 76ers. Like I said, be on the lookout for Milwaukee. I also have Miami winning the Eastern Conference over Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. Next up, we're going to move to the West. West, y'all. Northwest Division. I got Oklahoma City Thunder winning that division with the Denver Nuggets coming in second. I think OKC is the best team in the Western Conference. Denver, also a very good team, but Oklahoma City right now, they look unbeatable. They look unstoppable. I don't think that any team in the West is going to be able to compete with their youth and athleticism, especially in a short season like we have this year. In the Pacific Division, I know everybody's excited because CP3 is in LA. You got the Clippers, you got Lob City, you got this, you got that. However, the Lakers will still win that division, okay? Until further notice, Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, and Andrew Bynum are still better than CP3 and Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, okay? DeAndre Jordan doesn't have an offense whatsoever. He needs to develop it. BG 3-2, Blake Griffin, he is still the man. He's a beast. However, he's only one person. CP3, he's there. He's going to make that team better. You got Chauncey Billups coming, also in the starting lineup. Mo Williams coming off the bench. I just think the Lakers, when they start to gel, when they get Bynum back from the suspension, they'll be a better team. Especially, and throw this caveat out there: we don't know what the Lakers are going to do either. I don't think they're going to stand pat. I do not think this team that we're seeing right now is going to be the team that's going to end up as the Lakers squad at the end of the season. In the Southwest Division, I got the Spurs. Everybody keeps forgetting about them. Don't sleep on the Spurs winning that division over Dallas. The Mavericks, they'll be fine. I'm not worried about the first 2 games this season. They'll be okay. I know a lot of people think they've lost a lot. Maybe. I don't think they're going to go to the finals again. However, they're still a good team, okay? But San Antonio is going to win the division. Tim Duncan, you got Tony Parker, you got Manu Ginobili, as Barkley likes to say. He's healthy now. I think that team is still going to be there at the end of the season. And the 8 teams I have in the Western Conference going to the playoffs, in this order: the Thunder, the Spurs, Lakers, Mavs, Clippers, Nuggets, Grizzlies. And I'm going to throw one more team in there: the Golden State Warriors. Yes, that's my surprise team out west. I love what Mark Jackson is doing to the culture in Golden State. I'm going out on a limb here, but I think they're going to play better defense. That offense is going to be there. All right, they got players who can put the ball in the hoop, over 100 points a game. The thing that they're missing, the thing that they've always been missing is a defensive identity, and I think Mark Jackson is going to bring that to them. So those are my 8 teams. For the Western Conference Finals, I have the OKC Thunder taking out the Spurs, going to the finals. I got the Miami Heat winning the entire thing. See how that worked for me last year. I'm going to ride that bandwagon one more year and see what happens. My MVP for this season, I got Kevin Durant out in Oklahoma City. I think he continues to evolve as a player. A lot of people say he can't get better anywhere. I disagree. Look for the man to work on his moving without the ball skills. If he can iron that down and make that as great as his other skills is, the man will be unstoppable. But I think he's going to take home the MVP. My defensive player of the year, Josh Smith, out in Atlanta for the Hawks. I think he's going to be defensive player of the year. And the rookie of the year, I got Kemba Walker out in Charlotte for the Bobcats. The only thing that Jordan has ever done right as far as being an owner is draft this man. I think he's going to be a stud for years to come. He finally got a draft pick right, MJ. Don't mess up. And honestly, that's all I have for today. Follow me on Twitter. You know how we do. Weatherman Ruck. It's right there on the screen. Now you see it. Now you don't. All that good stuff. Follow me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Hope everybody had a happy holidays. Be safe this New Year's. As always, my thoughts and prayers are out with my fellow brothers and sisters in arms, the troops down range. Come home safe. We love you. And that's pretty much it. I'm out.